Welcome back to CNN Business Traveller in Singapore. Today when we fly, we are beset with limits and restrictions. 20 kilos in economy luggage, 7 kilos for hand baggage. Well, what to do if you're overweight and don't want to pay excess baggage? The answer is the Rufus Roo Big Pocket Jacket. Let's see what extra I've got on board. Being overweight, so to speak, is a real problem when flying low-cost carriers who are rigid in their rules. Even here in Asia, where they are fast becoming the way to fly and springing up everywhere. Southwest Airlines is credited as being the first true low-cost carrier. 15 years later, no-frills flights caught on in Europe, and they were outperforming the traditional carriers. 15 more years, things have moved east, and an avalanche of competitors have followed. Now to the fray, Scoot, Singapore Airlines' offshoot, with its eye firmly fixed on longer routes, long-haul low-cost. Today is recruitment day at Scoot. Hundreds of hopefuls wanting to have a go at being cabin crew. They've decided to let this amateur have a bash. Scoot hopes to carve out its niche in the wave sweeping Asia that's now put a quarter of Changi's traffic on budget airlines.
This is an opportunity that very, very few people ever have. Clearly there's a growing market here. The international air travel is growing about 6.3% per annum. The no-frills market is growing much faster. In 8 years in Singapore, it's gone from nothing to about 25% of Changi's throughput. And so there's a market that wants to travel no-frills and wants to travel farther afield.
Scoot is a sibling of Singapore Airlines wearing a low-cost uniform.
Understanding of people is what makes you a better person.
Projecting leisure, fun and personality is what this new carrier hopes to do.
Oh, actually, I love the drums.
The aim here is to recruit 80 cabin crew out of a total of 2,000 applicants. My topic is Vietnam. The candidates are told to let their personalities shine, and they literally had to crawl, and they would live like this for months. The application process amounts to the survival of the fittest and those with the greatest appeal, like the low-cost carrier market itself. The low-cost, long-haul model, the cynics say it can't work, and where it has been tried, it has failed.
It's one thing to say that businesses didn't work, it's another thing to say that the model doesn't work. And I think some of the examples you highlighted were businesses that had fundamental flaws rather than the model itself being flawed.
The core challenge of Scoot is how to fly without cannibalising Singapore Airlines' traditional passengers. Scoot is flying to Sydney.
Yes.
One of the key routes for Singapore Airlines. Those passengers you're going to cannibalise.
Not necessarily, no. I believe there's a whole market that doesn't even consider some airlines because of their positioning in the market, because of the perceived expense of flying, and because of the bells and whistles that they might not want.
When the first plane takes off, Scoot will be going head-to-head with AirAsia and its long-haul arm, AirAsia X, run by Azran Osman Rani.
This is where it all happens. This is our flight operations center. It's a very high turnaround environment, as you can see. Very busy, but that's one of the key things that makes the model work successfully.
AirAsia is the market leader. Even so, it's not been able to make a sustainable success of true long-haul low-cost flights over 8 hours, pulling out of London and Paris this month.
What we've seen over the second half of 2011 was that the number of European sit-down passengers was steadily declining as a reflection of the economic situation. It's about being smart about which markets best have the supply and demand dynamics.
Can the model work? Low cost, long haul.
Yes, but in a situation where there's enough demand.
AirAsia's chief exec recognises that aviation may not yet be ready for long-haul low-cost flights of more than 10 hours. Can low-cost long-haul work? Does the model work?
Up to 8 hours, we're making very good money, from 4 to 8 hours. So what I'd call medium haul. To 12 hours, not with any present aircraft.
Fuel prices at the current 30% more than last year. They're hitting everybody hard. They must be hitting you just as hard.
We're kind of battle hardened, and we've been ready for this. And we are in a nice part of the world, in Asia, where there's still quite a lot of growth. So, look, it's going to affect us, as everyone, but we still think we can continue to grow.
That sweet part of the world is really your biggest secret weapon now, isn't it?
Without a doubt. You can deal with high cost if you have revenue and if you have demand. Obviously, just in Southeast Asia, we have 600 million people. If you start adding China and India, we've got another couple of billion. So keep our costs down, keep our business simple. We still have an ability to make good margins and good profits, even as oil trends up towards $150.
Knowing your customer and finding a niche is what this business is all about. For instance, Hong Kong Airlines, which has just launched its all-premium long-haul flight from Hong Kong to London, a notoriously difficult market to break into. Aisha Durgahi was on board.
Hong Kong Airlines Flight HX587, London Gatwick to Hong Kong.
Good evening.
The daily all-premium service departs London at 21:30, one of the last departures of the day, so the airport is nice and quiet.
Thanks.
And arrives in Hong Kong the next day at 6 in the evening. Hong Kong Airlines has kitted out 3 new Airbus A330s with only 116 seats in a 2-class cabin. Fully flat in Club Premier, starting at $4,000, and lie-angle seats in Club Classic, starting at $3,000.
I think it's very competitive for the actual seat that it is and the service that you get on board, definitely.
The Club Classics for the price is quite right. I mean, you get quite good value for money.
Not only do passengers get 20 megabytes free in-flight Wi-Fi, but everyone on board gets a pair of slippers and some PJs. Hong Kong Airlines' move is seen as risky when all premium services have failed before during times of high fuel prices and erratic passenger loads. The all-business class airlines MaxJet and EOS in the United States went bust in 2008, followed soon after by Silverjet in the UK.
But what Hong Kong Airlines has that the others didn't is the backing of a financially stable parent company. And they've also split their cabin into 2 so that they can capture not only the business travel market, but also appeal to the premium leisure traveller as well.
With such a significant difference, Hong Kong Airlines is confident that after London, they'll launch all premium services to Paris and then Sydney.
Coming up after the break, when the work stops, it's time to explore Singapore.